can't do it. So what's up, everybody? I'm Allie Burns. This is Detroit Lenny. And my goal to diminish my bankroll yesterday, I landed exactly on what I started at. So literally, it's a zero for how much money I made or lost. It's zero in my bankroll. 12 bets, $10 each. I've made zero money, but I also lost it. So Lenny wants me to put it all on the Capitals today. I can't do it. I can't. I'll throw up.
Just ride it out. Capitals money line plus 140. Bang, bang, boom, pump. Then you feel like you've accomplished something in 2 days.
Oh my God.
And then we'll talk tomorrow about how to double up through the weekend. One bet. That's how you keep up. That's how you double. One bet. Maybe
apparently I made bets last night.
Oh.
Let's see what I bet on last night.
Let's see what Drunk Alley. Live reaction to Drunk Alley bets.
Drunk Alley is on the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 109.
Oh. I don't hate that.
And the Rangers series price plus 185.
So I don't hate that.
I did because the Rangers are playing the Penguins, and if the Penguins win the game, that's what I was doing. I was hedging myself.
So yes, I think the Penguins do win that game and force a game 7, which would be in New York, and I think the Rangers win game 7. So I think you win both of those bets.
Yay!
I think you'll win. I think that's what I think. But also, Sidney Crosby's out tonight for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So there's that.
Okay. But then my Rangers series price would still be alive.
Yeah, if the Rangers win tonight, they win the series. If the Penguins win tonight, they force game 7. And then it goes to New York, which I think the Penguins can the Rangers can win that.
Okay. So Drunk Alley knows what she's doing sometimes. I have so many futures in here. It's crazy. Okay, so what am I doing? The Capitals? Jeez Louise.
All money line. Just rack it up. Get into it. It's time to stop handicapping and start gambling.
Oh my God. 143. I can't put all my money on that.
Yeah, you can.
What if I want to bet other things against the Panthers? The Capitals burn me like every time I freaking bet on the Capitals.
They're gonna win. They're gonna force game 7.
I'll put 10 on it. That's as far as I can go. I don't even like this bet. I like the Panthers, so I'm not even on this.
Not on the road. Not on the road. At home, they'll win in game 7. But
all right. So last Woody standing, we have some updates. Sean Austin, there he is, right there. What up? What up? And Brian Dance both lost. So the current last Woody standing is now $200 with 4 people remaining in it. One of them being Detroit Lenny himself. I know that guy. And if he wins it, which he will, except
when,
I don't.
When I win it.
When you win it, you're with you. Pens, Moneyline, Caps, Moneyline, Stars, Moneyline. I was on the Stars 2 days ago and they screwed me right over. And the Marlins.
I like the Stars tonight too. I like all the underdogs, to be honest with you, except for the Pens. I think the Penguins are underdogs. They're at home. I like all the home teams tonight. They're all underdogs.
This is so stressful. For anybody who I'll put 10 on the Stars too.
Yeah, they're all 3 in the same situation. All the home teams are trying to force a game 7. All the road teams are trying to finish the series. And I think 2 out of 3 of those for sure go to game 7. 2 out of 3. That's
okay. I'm scared of it. Third period overs have been cashing. Did Nick hit his 14 parlay last night?
No. I think he went.
Oh my God, I'm such an ass. Baby Grayson got born. Sean Austin had a freaking baby yesterday. I posted it on the Woody
Why does
page.
That make you an ass? Because he had a baby.
Because I just said hi to him and I'm like, he lost the Woody. But who cares? He had a baby. Well, his wife had a baby. Sean, did you have a baby? No, his wife had a baby.
You did a lot of work, Sean. Don't let her try and say it's all the Babas. We know emotional damage has been instilled. And that's okay. We do it for our ladies. That's why we create life with them and we kind of give them the opportunity to raise a child for us. All right, good job, Sean Austin. Good job.
Yes, congratulations on baby Grayson. I'm so happy. I posted it on the Woody page. Danny Daniels is coming for you, Lenny. He's coming for you.
You know where to find me. I already put my pick in. There ain't nothing to think
Danny
about.
Dangerfield Daniels is coming for you.
I ain't got nothing to think about. Don't lose a Woody.
Don't lose a Woody. Yeah.
I lose more than I win.
Danny Damn Right Daniels is coming for you. So we do have a special guest today. Sean Miller, our soccer expert, is going to be on the show in like 10 minutes or so. You went to the Sixers game last night. Harden looks old and lazy. He's got to go. Yeah, I was saying that when he was a Rocket. I'm from Houston,
He scored 0 points in the second half, I believe. 0 points. Him and Ben Simmons. Like two guys that absolutely never want to play in Philly. And then I like when he's done, he's like, yeah, we'll see. You know, like, bro, Philly, you can't say that shit to Philly fans. You can't.
Yeah, let Donna Cusick get in here. She'll grab a hold of you. Watch out. I just painted
Doc Rivers, same thing. He's like, I don't worry about job security. I'm like, bro, you should. I'm not touching nothing.
What's Rocky Point? I want to go.
On our way to Rocky Point. Why does that sound familiar?
Not Rocky Raccoon. Yeah, hit the like button, everybody. So let's pay some bills real quick before Sean gets here. We got to remind everybody about Caesars Sportsbook. That's our official sponsor of Morning Wood, of Picks and Parlays. And they've got a great deal for all new accounts. It's up to $1,100 in first bet insurance. You can use the promo code MORNINGCZR or check out the description of this video and find the link. Also, if you're over at picksandparlays.net, use the promo code NBA when you're buying premium picks from guys like Sean Higgs or Tim and Nick Earl or Craig Trapp or Cameron Ross or Ross Benjamin. That's like a before and after on Wheel of Fortune. Cameron Ross Benjamin. Just saying. And then don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Like Pedro Mas says. Pedro knows what to do. So. Rockies today. Puerto Penasco, Mexico. You go to Mexico so much. I want to go to Mexico. Oh, I was up till 3 a.m. on the phone with Tony Cobbs talking baseball cards. We've got some plans. We've got some big plans. Hey, who do we like in the NBL? Is that
I got
NBA
another bet for you.
Okay.
I got another bet for you. And you're gonna like this one. Because it spreads some money around. Do a 3-team parlay on a round robin. Listen, on a round robin, so it's 4 bets.
Okay.
And you take all the home hockey teams today. They're all plus money. You take the Penguins, you take the Stars and the Capitals, and you just do twos and threes. So it's 4 bets, $10 each. If you hit all 4 of them, it's a NAS.
It's a NAS? Okay, create a round robin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What do I put on it?
But I mean, if you were betting 10, that's why I suggested 10.
Yeah.
$10 would be 4 bets.
Isn't it going to charge me $40 or whatever?
Yep. So you could do $5 and make it only be, a $20 bet.
Twos and threes. And that $20, if they all hit, could win you 117. I'm so bad at hitting round robins. Like,
well, you only got to hit 2 out of 3, and you'll be plus money though, because 2 out of 3 of those they're all plus money. So
place bet. I did it for 10. Okay, I did it. Oh my God, I'm gambling. I'm so gambly right now.
You are so gambly. I love it.
Oh, Brian Dance.
You're doing real
good. Are you watching me gamble right now? I think you are. Lenny, get the Tigers going. What happened? I'm losing my future Tigers bets right now. Get them.
Bro, you and me both. I don't know what to tell you. They are giving the Cincinnati Reds a run for their money for the worst team in baseball. That's what they're doing. They can't score runs. They can't do nothing.
Thank you, JoJo.
Let's go, right? Let's just go. Sometimes you got to stop handicapping and start gambling.
Oh, my God. It's like so counterintuitive to like what I'm
everything we talk about.
It's so counterintuitive. You know what? Here's the thing though. I was talking with Josh about this last night. Is this bankroll, like a big part of what I've been doing is learning different things with it, like learning KBO and learning soccer and putting money on things so I can learn about them. But one thing I really need to get back in the habit of is making big bets. So or not big bets, but like not $2 bets. I need to get back on the $10 bet train. And so it's kind of like the final thing that this bankroll is going to teach me is to put $10 in your little thing instead of $2, which is important because like you're not getting anywhere $2 at a time kind of thing.
No.
So, I mean, I learned a lot. Good morning.
Oh, that's right. Alan Miles.
Penguins
I forgot he's still in there.
Yeah. Alan Miles is coming through.
Penguins first period.
Penguins first period money line is a -105. Okay, I'm on it, Alan. I got a lot of hockey freaking action today is what's going on with me.
Yes, you do. You got a hockey all night. There's only 3 games.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm on it, Alan. 10 to the Penguins first period. Let's go. And you get a 10. And you get a 10.
You get a 10. Come on, Oprah. Give them 10s. 10s.
Bettors losing more than winning a lot of that. I can't lose to save my life.
Yeah.
I tried to.
I don't lose more than I bet, but I definitely lose more contests than I win. And who can't say that in last Woody?
You were 4 for 4 on your NHL last night. Well, shit. What should I be on?
We kicked some ass in NHL last night. Last couple nights. I went 5-1, 5-1, and 3-1 last 3 days. So we've been kind of crushing some hockey shit.
Yeah, I think Lightning puck line is
TikTok's been on fire. I got a Friday the 13th TikTok for you guys.
Oh yeah, it's Friday the 13th today. Hope you had that Blues second period last night. I can't get it. I can't. I have to like be actively paying attention. Yeah. And I was out. I was downtown last night with some friends.
I was on the Blues money line, puck line. Nailed all that. I was on Tampa money line and Tampa puck line. I won the Tampa money line, not the puck line. But St. Louis St. Louis Blues. Shout out to you guys on Game Time Decision. Their goalie Jared Bennington stopped by, said hi from the locker room. He's a friend of the program. He stopped by. He won. St. Louis Blues have made 2 car payments in the last 7 days. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. Get it,
St. Louis. That's Alan's team.
Get it. So shout out to them making car payments.
You like the Penguins tonight? Good, because I'm all over them.
Yes, she is.
And I have them hedged. So with the Rangers series price.
Rodney Molina, we need last Woodies from you. Danny Daniels, you in there talking about you gonna win. What's your pick, bro?
Which pick, bro?
Me and Alan Miles already stepped up. We in the ring waiting to throw the hands. Let's go.
Stevenson on the Reds just keeps cashing those RBI props at +200.
I wish I could get that.
Twins liking Carolina last night, trying to explain the Bruins were the play. Well, the Twins are sharp, but they don't know everything. But they think they do. So
yeah,
don't tell them I said that. Oh wait, never mind. Hi, PM.
I was on. I could have went either way.
Oh, you checked on Terry.
Hey, did you check? Is he okay? Because last night we were all concerned for him.
Are they out now?
Yeah, they're done. The Minnesota Mild are now in the
Josh was like, I just thought the Wild might have more in them with Fleury, and I quoted our show. I go, it was always the Blues in 6.
It was always the Blues.
Like I know or something. I'm like, it was always
from day one. I said Blues maybe in 5, maybe, but probably 6. Legitimately, that's what I said. You could roll tape back probably on multiple shows. I was all over that. I'm on the Blues to win the cup. I got a future on them at 18-1.
Sabres are winning the cup. You're wrong.
The Sabres not this year. But the problem is St. Louis has to go to Colorado now. And I don't know about Colorado swept their first series. They swept Nashville like they were just in the way. Legit. So
they were just in the way. Well, I do see our guest coming in here.
I do. You got big plans for the weekend?
I'm going
Now
to
we can have these conversations on Friday because we're off on Saturday and Sunday.
we
We're
have
like,
the days off.
how was your weekend? We got any big plans for the weekend? We can have
Escher has basketball tryouts tomorrow morning, and then Sunday I'm going downtown to 18 Bin. There's a DJ thing going on that from 2 to 4 p.m. that I'm going to. My friend is spinning from 2 to 4 p.m. What up, Bruno Browning? Shout out. I'll be there with my ladies. But yeah, Escher has basketball like tryouts tomorrow. It's like placing. They're not trying out because I already paid the money.
Right.
But like the placing thing. And my kid, like, bless his heart, is just the worst sport in the world. Bless his heart. He is the worst sport in the world. Like, he cannot take a loss.
B Money has a problem with that too. We've had to have
the worst. And it's like, you know, he's shooting basketball. He'll make 5 in a row and then he'll miss one. And it'll be like, it's the wind. The ball is slippery. You were looking at me. I had to sneeze. It's always something. And I am so over it, you know? So I'm like, everyone says, put him into this basketball and that'll work that all out. I don't want to be the mother with a crying child that has to leave the game early because my child's having a breakdown in the middle of the court. So I told him, look, you play every single game, start to finish, or you're paying me the $75 it cost me to play.
Brendan had a meltdown during one of his football games, and it was like, oh, it was crazy. But Sean Miller is here, so without further ado, I'm going to let you guys talk soccer. Oh, Bennington Grice. Thomas Grice plays for the Red Wings. I challenged Thomas Grice to a street fight whenever he wanted to stop by. I'd crush him. Like, we throw hands. That's funny. Michael Dos knows.
Huh. All right.
Cam Talbot last night. Yep.
All right. How was the orchestra show? Mine was good. Well, sorry, Sean. We're trying to just squeeze through these little comments real quick. Mine was good. 30 minutes only. We will rock you from Queen. What an orchestra show.
Oh, Charlie had a band concert last night. That's what he's talking about. I had to go to last night. Yeah, she had a band thingy, whatever. It was good. There's video on Facebook.
Yeah, learning experiences, man. I'll knock him out. All right. So without further ado, let's bring in Sean Miller, our soccer expert. Boom. What's happening?
Not too much. I'm here at the Rider University studios. We tape our shows here, some of the ESPN stuff and all this other stuff here. So how to bet and everything. So just finished taping something. So really big weekend. It's a huge weekend. So and your Newcastle team on Monday is going to play a huge part in who gets the top 4. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting.
That's exciting. All right. Yeah, my ex-husband and I have been texting back and forth because once you told me that Newcastle was good, he's a West Ham guy. I had to shove that right down his throat and be like, you better watch out for the Magpies because we're coming for you.
They're going to be the biggest team in the world, I think. And, you know, give it – I mean, if you see what Manchester City's done, you know, in the last decade, you know, Saudi Arabia is 10 times richer than that team. So it's going to be amazing. I'm excited just to see. I think it'll be good. You know, Newcastle fans are pretty, you know, they've suffered for a while. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, when I got into Newcastle, it was like Alan Shearer and Hugo Viana. It was a long time. It was 20 years ago, you know, and I feel like that was the peak, and it's just been going down since then. Is how I feel.
That's right.
So anybody who has soccer questions for Sean, bring them all in. I wanted to, what did I just want to ask you? I forget. West Ham is trash. I know. Tell that to Barney.
Benzema's the GOAT, Real Madrid. Yeah, look, Jared, you know, West Ham, I've been to a couple games. Benzema right now, if you're not betting, and we talk about this all the time on the show, you know, if you're not betting on Benzema to score every match right now, if he's playing, I mean, it's just guaranteed money, as close to it as you can. The guy's unbelievable. He's going to win the Ballon d'Or. He's the best player in the world this year. Hopefully they beat Liverpool, but the guy is unbelievable. It's just guaranteed money. It's like, you know, some of these guys you see in baseball, you know, every time they step to the plate, you know, they get hot and just a home run or just a hit. I mean, it's just kind of like that. So
yeah, well, hey, I love a good trend. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, especially if you're getting good money or good odds at it. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't. Facts. Exactly. So how has this soccer show been going for you here on the Max Wagers Network? If you guys haven't already checked them out, 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And then you're going to be on Total Chaos tonight also with Dre Richardson and Tony Cobbs, which is exciting. They know the GOAT very well. Tony Cobbs, the GOAT. They know her very well in this chat.
Yeah, Jared, what do you mean? Hopefully Real Madrid is going to beat Liverpool. Jared, I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm not rooting for Liverpool in this game. The FA Cup tomorrow is bad enough, man, between Liverpool and Chelsea. So that's what I mean. I like, anybody but Liverpool, to be honest. Now, but saying that, tomorrow in this FA Cup game, if you're going to give Liverpool, you're going to give me plus money on Liverpool, you got to look at it. But I think it's been going pretty well. Yesterday was pretty interesting. There's not a lot of games on Friday right now. The schedule's a little bit slower. Obviously, when the season is in full swing, there's some, there's a lot of games on Fridays around, but most of the leagues are wrapping up now. So at least the European leagues are. So yes, Michael, thank you. Please tell him. So yesterday we kind of just talked about betting strategy when you're trying to bet soccer games, and sometimes my philosophy. I don't know how you some of the people will bet baseball here, but my philosophy for soccer is there's 38 games in these leagues. I want to bet favorites. I'm a favorite kind of bettor. So maybe I'll put together 2 or 3, favorites, Manchester City, whatever, Liverpool, and put them in a money line parlay to kind of get plus money. There's different ways to do that. So, and there's different ways. We're talking about some corner betting and handicap betting. And there's so many different ways, Asian handicap. I mean, there's just different ways to bet soccer that maybe you don't get in some of these other sports.
So Real Madrid, what league is that in? It's not
Champions League. It's the Champions League final.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain Champions League? Because I was having this conversation with my dude the other night, and I couldn't get it out. It's like the best teams throughout Europe, right? Can you like just explain it? Because I feel like I'm off. I know what the EPL is.
So England, the best. I think it's the top 3. It's going to change. The thing's changing a little bit in the next couple years. But it's basically the best 3 leagues, England, Germany, and Italy, get 4 teams into it.
That's what it is.
And then, some other team, France maybe gets 2, and then maybe a player. So it's basically a 32-team tournament, although it might change, I think, in the next couple years. They might add some more teams. They might add extra teams into this coefficient. If your coefficient is high, that just basically means like how well you've done over the course of the years. But it's some of the teams get automatically in, and then this year they do this qualification process in the summer. So there's like every country in Europe, like all the way down to Gibraltar and Liechtenstein, the tiny ones, they're the league winner gets a chance to qualify. It's like tennis qualifying or whatever. If you can win enough
Madness,
if you can win enough ties, you can get in. So you have to do. Some of the little teams have to go through basically 3 or 4 two-leg ties to get into the actual Champions League, and it happens sometimes. So it's basically like the best teams around Europe. So if you win the Champions League, it's there's a lot of luck involved, and there's a lot of skill and whatever. But I think it's bigger. I think it's more important for me. I'd rather win a Champions League title than a Premier League title. I know other people say I'd rather be a champion after 38 games. It kind of shows you're the best team in the world. But when you see like what the Premier League is now, it's just the teams with the deepest squads. And in the Champions League, everybody's got a deep squad. So it's just the best of the best.
Okay, that's what I knew what it was, and I didn't know how to say it because I wasn't exactly sure what other leagues were involved, because I knew that there was like Italy is in there. I know, so okay, thank you. It was essentially where I was going with it.
Then every once in a while, so you'll get some teams that'll make runs, and then there's also there's 3 different European qualifying teams. There's the Europa League, which is a league below, but the winner of the Europa League, and that game will be next Wednesday, I believe. is the Europa League final, and that's off the top of my head. It's next Wednesday. It's Eintracht Frankfurt and Rangers. Rangers is from Scotland, so it's a German team against a Scottish team. And the last time Rangers were in a Champions League final, or a Europa League final, was 2008. They brought 250,000 people down to Manchester, and they absolutely destroyed the city. So they will travel to Sevilla for that game. That's going to be actually a really interesting game. And there's also the Europa Conference League, which is new for this season. That's Roma and Feyenoord. And they're playing, I forget where that game is. I think it's in Albania, actually. And those two sets of fans, we talk about football hooligans and football heritage. That's going to be absolute carnage in Albania with Roma fans and Feyenoord fans traveling that game. And that's going to be a fantastic game. So there's all these different competitions going on. And usually, and it's a World Cup year. So now usually you're supposed to have the World Cup going on now. But remember, that's in the fall and the early winter. So that's kind of pushed back. So there's going to be all these extra games in the summer. So it's all different stuff going on. And I see Michael asked about the World Cup. I mean, it's none of those teams ever win it. That's the thing. I mean, Italy didn't get in. The teams they let in, they never. It's never teams that win it. So it's good for like when they change the Euros to let more teams in to 24. It's cool because you let some teams that never really get in, North Macedonia or whatnot. But it's when you look at the World Cup odds, it's only about 4 teams that can win. There's legitimately like 4 teams, probably maybe 5 that can win. So.
Coxie says he'd much rather win the Premier League than Champions League. If you win the domestic league, it means you're the best. You don't necessarily have to be the best to win the Champions League.
Yeah, I there's a lot of people that there's 2 sides of that argument. I understand that side of the argument. The thing for me is I'd rather be the champions of Europe, because if you win the European Cup, you also get a chance to play in the Club World Cup, which means you're the champions of the world. And it's not like it's semantics, whatever, but it's another trophy. So I think you'd rather be. Liverpool always holds over the fact that they won the European Cup 6 times, even though the first 5 times they won it were against Albanian farmers, and they played like 3 teams and like the worst. There's no knockout. It wasn't any hard. I mean, they were playing on like gravel pitches and stuff like this 100 years ago, so they don't even count. The European Cup changed. It used to be called the European Cup up until 92, and then after 92, it changed to the Champions League, and they changed the format, so it's a little harder to win now. You don't have to beat, you only had to win maybe like 2 or 3 ties to get to the final before. Now you got to go through the whole group stage, and it's changing again. There's going to be 8 group stage games, and then the best teams are going to go through. So it's going to be, I like the Champions League. I like going to the games. I've been to games in Champions League games in Amsterdam, Porto, Lisbon, all over Manchester, Bruges, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid. So I just love those nights. The fans are always hyped up. There's always traveling fans in the city from other countries. So it's like a pretty cool atmosphere, and you get to hang out with people maybe you didn't, get a chance to see at some of the other games.
So are we taking, and I finally found it, are we taking Real Madrid or are we taking Liverpool to lift the trophy? What do we think?
I mean, so it's still a little bit of a ways away. I sometimes you get these teams that are like, you see Liverpool's -105. Sometimes you get the teams that are just destined. It's just destiny. This Real Madrid team was that, they PSG, they had to, basically pull all these miracles to beat PSG. And then against Chelsea, they were down, they were up 3-1 after the first leg, and then they came home and they were down 3-0. They scored and they won in extra time. I was at that game. Semifinals, it was like the miracle of Manchester City. They've just had this crazy run, and I just think maybe it's their time to win. And, I'm going to probably bet Real Madrid to win the trophy at +160. But once again, I'm pretty I have to look more at it. Liverpool at minus 105 is decent value. I just think Benzema is the best player in the world, and I really do think Real Madrid has a really good shot in this game. And I think Liverpool, I'd be interested to see tomorrow because the FA Cup final is tomorrow in England. I'll be interested to see because I think this Liverpool team is running out of gas a little bit. They haven't looked great in a lot of their last games. I think Chelsea rested some players the other day. I think Chelsea might run them a little ragged tomorrow. I think that's going to be interesting to see. And
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
So I read that the Dodgers own Chelsea now, and I wanted to know how does that affect Chelsea, or like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't like the Dodgers, so I was like, oh, the Dodgers get everything. I don't want the Dodgers to have things, but how does that affect Chelsea, or is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, here's the thing, like the old owner, Roman Abramovich, this whole, I don't want to get too political. I mean, I'm a political science major, but Abramovich came over and oil money, and he spent a lot of money on that team, and I think maybe he washed a lot of money and did all this stuff, but he cared about the club and he spent a lot of money. And Chelsea was just a cup team, and since he's been in, they've won 2 Europe. They're the defending Champions League winners, right? They won 2 European Cups. They lost to Manchester United in 2008. They've won the Europa League a couple times, and the next guy that comes in is never gonna spend the same kind of money as Chelsea. Chelsea they got to pay off all the debts because they owe this guy money, but then they're gonna donate it, I guess, to Ukraine or whatever. But so they got to pay the debts. They have to build a brand new stadium. That stadium is a dump. Stamford Bridge. It's they're supposed to build a new stadium, then the plans fell through when they kind of the stuff happened a couple years ago. So I don't know that they're going to be in the same spot as they are. They've just really been good. The only thing that's really good about them is they're set up for a long time because they have such a good academy and they have all these good players. I don't know, Broa at Southampton and Conor Gallagher at Crystal Palace. So they're set up for long-term success. So there's no way he's going to spend like Abramovich, though. So I think they're going to take a step back. And now you got Newcastle coming in, who's obviously going to be the new big spenders. So, it could be interesting to see if they can sustain it.
Hey, big spenders. All right. Foxy's in Newcastle guys. So Champions League is more important to every country outside of England. If you win the Premier League, you get prize money of 160 million euro. If you win Champions, you get 20 million euro.
That's not exactly true because Real Madrid is going to, because they got to the final. It depends basically in the TV money deal. Like it depends on how far you go. So like Liverpool is going to end up getting 85 million pounds out of this going to the Champions League final because of all the dates. And Real Madrid, I think, gets 80 million euros if they win. So it's you get more for the actual game. But the Premier League prize money is. That has to do with like the TV money. It's more about like you're in the league, so you get this money all year because of the TV contracts. The prize money is actually only, like $5 million, 5 million pounds or something like that. The prize money isn't that great. It's the TV money that's important. So all those teams split that up. I could get you some numbers for that, but I think it's going to be like 160 million pounds, which is like $200 million every year just for being in the Premier League. So it's more about that. I just, when you're around Europe, Champions League, the Chelsea fans don't sing Premier League champions. You'll never sing that. They sing every time you hear them singing, they're always singing about champions of Europe. You'll never sing that to Arsenal and Tottenham and all these other fans. So that's the thing that matters. I think.
I get it both ways. I can get that both ways.
It's like your opinion, and I see both sides of the opinion. I think both of them are valid. So,
yeah. What was I going to ask you? So I'm listening so much, and so I'm not thinking of new questions to ask. What was I going to say? Oh, explain to me, like in EPL, I know when Newcastle was really bad, like they're in fear of dropping out of the Premier League. How does that work? Is that still a thing? And like, how does that work out with that?
Yeah, look, when if you finish in the bottom three from the Premier League, you get relegated to the Championship. So right now, futures. The Premier League relegation markets, they already have the odds up for next year. Leeds is minus 159. Two of the teams are already down. Like Watford and Norwich City are already going back down to the championship. And then the top two teams from the championship come up, and then the winner of the playoff comes up. So right now, Leeds is on 34 points with a terrible goal difference, minus 38, and Burnley's at minus 17 on 34 points plus you, and Everton has 36. So yeah, if you finish in the bottom three, you go down to the league below. And you get parachute payments, so it helps you. But it's the most of the teams have the contract clauses, and you're going to lose players if you get relegated. You have to cut your costs. Like Everton was in a lot of trouble if they got relegated. They're so broke. They've lost like 330 million pounds over the last three years or something like this. So if they got relegated, it would have been an absolute disaster. Sorry. Teams,
I'm like, are you pushing my buttons?
Teams go to the transfer portals to fill their teams. What position, in your estimation, is the most important position to have on your field as your best player? For college soccer, you mean? I guess center mid. I do the social for Rochester, RNYFC. The midfielder is massive. The Pedro Del he's an absolute monster. I think center midfield, you got to build around center midfield. When you're trying to sign teams, we
had this talk yesterday on the show about, are the NBA and NFL and whatnot, are they fixed? Do you think soccer, what do you think about fixing soccer? Is it a thing? Is it not a thing?
Yeah, I think, there's been cases in the past, obviously in Italy in some of the leagues, but, I think you can probably fix anything at any level at this point. Like, I don't know if it's like, if it's fixed or, basketball. I don't want to say fixed, but the refs can say, they can say, you guys still make your free throws. It's the way the games are called, and I don't necessarily think that's fixed per se. I just think if a game is called a certain way. The refs that do the games, maybe those teams shoot more free throws or whatever. But fix is a tough word to throw out. It's like pretty scandalous at times. There's been cases in the past, and you watch stuff on TV, and maybe the calls could go different ways, but
it's not something you take into account when you're handicapping. You're not like, well, the refs want this team to win and move forward, so this is what's going to happen. And it's not like
I'll stay away from certain leagues. I mean, like with tennis, I know sometimes you see it, but like I'm not going to bet Italian Serie B games because there's been problems with that, and every game is like 1-0. So like, yeah, I probably won't bet that. But I don't think it's too big of a deal. I know Detroit Lenny said, "Did you watch Ted Lasso?" Yeah. I've watched it a little bit. Have to catch up on it. I know, like the second season, I missed so far. I'm in the process of moving now. I'm like so far behind on all my stuff. The only TV shows I really watched in the last few years were Mr. Robot. That's my favorite, and oh man, I can't even think of it. The one in Birmingham, Peaky Blinders. That's about it. But I watch that a little bit. But I watch a lot of when I'm at night. I'm trying to like relax at like 8 o'clock. I have beIN Sports, so what I'll do is I'll watch a lot of the League One games. The League One games from France. I'll just be on TV and I'll just watch that. Like I'm just kind of a degenerate soccer fan. So I do watch it. I watch so many games. It's so crazy. Like people are like, "How many games do you watch a week?" I'm like, I can't even tell you. Like I don't watch TV. I just watch games. Like, that's all I watch. I don't care about that's how I shut my brain off. To be honest, I'll just sit there and like focus on the games.
That's a good question. Would you tell a kid to go to say Barcelona Academy at age 16 or play college soccer? Is academy soccer so much better than collegiate?
If he's that good, I would always say like go play pro. The soccer, it's weird here. Like soccer's, kids. There's a lot of kids, college soccer here. I do ESPN for Rider University and hopefully Monmouth in the fall. But the Rider University team is all foreigners. The team is like from Spain and France and England. Like a lot of people from overseas come here to play college soccer. The best teams, like the Marshall team, my guy Pedro Dalbella, who's on the Rochester team, the whole team was Brazilian. And they got kids from Senegal. It's all kids from like the really good top level D1 teams are all foreign kids. So it's hard to play at the Division I level if you're from here, unless you're really, really good. There are kids, obviously, but like if you're that good, I'll always just say, listen, go make money. What's the point to go to college? You go to college to make I have a problem with all these leagues that force you to, except for football, obviously, that leagues that force you to go to college. Like if you're good enough to go to the NBA, if someone wants to sign you and draft you and pay you $5 million for 3 years, why do I got to go to college for 1 year? I'm going to college to get a job. So
I'm on the other side of that with basketball. I am so on the other side. Of that.
Like if you go once you go to college, you should have to stay. If you have to,
I'm big on that too. I think 2 years. What's a 1 year? You're going to move twice now in a year. Come on.
Yeah, it's a joke. The whole thing with basketball is a joke right now. It's if you go to college, you should have to stay it shouldn't be 1 year. If you make the choice, and this transfer portal is a joke. If you go to college, you should have to stay for 2 to 3 years. In football, you can't leave. You could be a redshirt sophomore. You can't leave before 3 years. In baseball, if you're in college, not a JUCO, you have to stay a certain amount of time until you're a certain age or whatever. But basketball, there's no rules. And it's crazy now. There's free agency. So it's this whole, the money has changed the whole thing.
I'm a big person on you got to go to, at least 2 years in school. I think it's detrimental to the NBA and I think it's detrimental to college basketball by doing it the way they're doing it right now.
I went to Ivy League school. I'll always tell these kids, I played baseball.
Columbia, aren't you?
I played baseball at Columbia. So I always tell anybody, go, if you have a chance to go to school and do that. But, there's other kids that have just been like so good. And I'm just like, listen, just go play. Like, especially like if you don't want to be in school, if you want to just play and you're not worried about like school, like if you want to get an education, so after you're done, but if you have no interest, they should just be able to go play. That's why I think the G League thing is pretty cool.
It's a touchy subject.
I'm a North Carolina fan, so now we got all those kids back, so like we reap the benefits.
Duke baby. All right, it's all about that Duke baby. But yeah, that is. I was proud of them that they came back, and that kid from Kentucky's coming back too. I love it when they come back. It's a moment in time.
These guys, they all make. If you're in college now, if you're playing at that level, you're making this NIL. That's the good thing about the NIL stuff, I think, because now these kids are making money while they're. So now, he graduates with a degree from North Carolina, one of the top 25 schools in the country, right? So now he graduates with a degree, you're learning stuff, and you're making some money, and then you go play. Even if you go play in Europe for 10 years, you're coming back a millionaire. So. And you have a degree and you have something else to do. So, look, Foxy talks about the best players leave early. For the U.S., apparently, the U.S. team, none of these guys that are playing for the U.S. should be playing anywhere other than Europe. That's just my opinion. If you're going over there and playing, I think the level of the MLS has gotten a lot better. But, if you're Christian Pulisic and you can play in a Champions League final and an FA Cup final and all these finals and play in the Premier League and, the guys playing in the Bundesliga and everything, that level is – you can't surpass that. It's going to only help the Americans as they try to go. And I actually do think the USA could make a decent run in the World Cup. I think they get out of their group, and I think – depending on the other group, maybe they get to a quarterfinal. I think they'll be peaking in 2026 when we host it. But
that's exciting. So that was kind of my next question was, and we've only got about 15 minutes left. So if you guys have any questions, let's throw them in now because we got like 5 minutes of Sean left for us today. But then your guys are going to check him out at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then we're doing a total chaos tonight. So, but what is the future of soccer? Like, does Does MLS stand a chance? I mean, I know they're never going to be EPL.
Yeah.
Is it just because USA is, I don't want to say oversaturated, but because we have so many other sports, that soccer's just not going to be as mainstream? Or is it because we don't have the players or what is the answer? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it is. The World Cup in 2026 is going to be huge, but the level of the MLS has improved dramatically, I would say, in the last 10 years. And you can see that because for me, the teams in Central America that are doing well now, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, some of these teams, Canada, some of those players have been started to drift up into the MLS. The MLS used to be, they bring the old guys in from all over to try to get a name because it was still growing, started in 96 and everything. But, now they're bringing in those young kids from these leagues, Central and South America. And the level of play has gotten a lot better. They did a good job rebranding the MLS Next Pro, which is the reserve. So these teams are playing in meaningful games. So it's getting a lot better. I would compare it probably to, maybe it's probably between the championship and League One. It's probably closer to the championship than it is League One. So it's clearly not Premier League level, but the level of play has gotten a lot better. So. But the players on the national team are getting a lot of play around the world, so that's big for them.
Okay. So but you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying
I would this 2026 World Cup, if they get a decent draw and a decent break, I would not be stunned to see them make a run to like the semis. I still don't think they can win a title right now. Like everything has to go your way. And you got Brazil and France. I mean, France is just so good. France is my pick for the World Cup. Back to back. They're just so good. And they're just so young and everything. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so that just about wraps us up here. But guys, everybody make sure you're liking, subscribe, and then ring the bell for notifications, because then when Sean Miller's show comes on, you'll get a little notification in your phone, and then you'll know to turn it on. I know a lot of the Woodies are already like elbow deep into you. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I see a lot of the names in here, and we've been getting more numbers. Yesterday's show was awesome because everybody got a chance to ask a bunch of questions. So I thought that was pretty cool. So today we're going to talk about the weekend, and there's a lot of games. So.
Okay, beautiful. So don't miss it, 4 p.m. Thank you so much for coming by, Sean. I'm going to have you on again and maybe next week or the week out. I'm trying to do every other week and mix everybody up. But definitely I'll see you tonight for Total Chaos. I'm really first ever soccer Total Chaos. I've never done this before, so I'm super excited about it. Michael says, thanks, Sean. Hope Sun took 76ers loss. Okay.
Yeah, LJ. That's actually it's my buddy Lance's kid. Yeah, he was mad. I was texting him this morning, and he was pretty. I'm sure he was probably crying.
Yeah, Donna Cusick wasn't happy. She's my Philly girl. Wasn't happy. All right, Sean. Thank you so much, guys. Check him out, Sean Miller, and we'll have you back on again real soon. Thanks a lot.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye. Oh, I love him. Okay, perfect. We got our soccer talker on. Soccer talker. Did you learn anything, Leonard?
I took some notes. I learned there's a lot of shit going on. And this weekend might not be the best of weekends for me to dive in.
To jump in. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm a little intimidated by soccer, I think.
It is, because there's a lot going on, and it's all kind of foreign words, and there's such a history behind some of these teams, that Liverpool hates Arsenal or whatever it is, and it's a lot. It really is. World Cup is a really fun time to jump into it all. I did take the bet on the Rangers, though, in the Scotland Premiership. I took Rangers plus 117 tomorrow against the Hearts. I hope that was the right thing to do, because I did it. Guys, was that the right thing to do, chat? It seemed like they were all on the Rangers, so I jumped on them.
I didn't know if they were talking about the Texas Rangers, who were playing the Red Sox today and favored. I was like, I kind of lean the other way.
No, the Scottish Premier.
And then as far as like hockey, I kind of lean the other way on that one too, the Rangers. I'm leaning towards Pittsburgh. So I was really confused. I just kind of, it's just what I mean. There's too much shit going on.
How do I get into college baseball? What am I doing here?
Detroit does have a MLS team, or maybe not an
Oh my
MLS.
God.
That's the thing. I don't know. Detroit,
I just looked and my whole bankroll is bet out now. I didn't realize I did that. So I need a $2.95 bet to go all in. Who am I betting $2.95 on?
Football Club. It's USL Championship League. I don't know.
Shit. Did I bet on the wrong Rangers game, AJ?
Rangers in whatever he said this.
In the Europa. Europa.
Oh, yeah, see.
Oh, I bet on that tennis that Daniel Hendrickson put in, the Auger Alazime, plus 4.5. I got 10 on that. Shit. Maybe that should be my last bet. Is a good Russian table tennis bet. Sugar nuts. I don't know where the Europa
breaking news on the morning wood.
What? Russia has extended Brittany Griner's incarceration by another month. Just terrible. Well,
terrible. Charles Barkley, terrible.
Terrible. I have Detroit.
At this point, I don't give a shit. She should be back here in the States for sure. Yeah, I'm over the bad decision. She's made bad decisions. And
one thing I know for sure is do not name your daughter Brittany, because they always need freed from something. And I think you're just setting, it's like if you name your daughter Cayenne, she's going to be a stripper. You're not setting her up for success. Okay. If you name your daughter Brittany, she will be incarcerated. I mean, how long? It's like hashtag free Brittany's been going on for how long now? I'm just saying.
Or she ends up on a pole.
Using Cayenne as her stage name. My friend Brianna wanted to name her daughter
Spelled with a K, by the way.
Yeah, oh, of course. Of course. K-A-I-N. Remember from King of the Hill? My name is Lou Ann. My daddy's name was Lou, and my mother's name was Ann, and they met in a magical forest, and then they had me. Lou
Her name could be Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
With an S.
With the S-I-N.
Sexy.
Yep.
Sexy Cinnamon coming to the stage, to the main stage for your viewing pleasure. Let's give a round of applause. Don't make me get my Don't make me get my strip club DJ voice on.
The Mariners in Japan, is that a thing?
I mean,
$2.95 American cents. I'm looking.
Your name, bitch. Now that's all I have. That's all I can think of right now. That's that. It's Friday, folks. I don't tell you.
It's Friday, I know.
I don't tell you.
Oh, here they are. Oh, Chiba Latte. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I say it. Chiba Latte. What? All right, I'll take them. Against the Oryx Buffaloes all day. Okay, my last $2.95. So if you guys are just catching up on Allie's trying to tank her bankroll, on the Allie's trying to tank her bankroll hour. So yesterday I went all in, and at the end of my day, win-loss was 0. I made the round trip. I lost nothing. I gained nothing. So we're doing this shit again. Doing it all again.
We're going to hockey tonight.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I know it. Washington Biscuit first half spread -4. This will be a hitter. Diamond. Yeah, you name your kid Diamond. It's not going the right way.
No, Diamond's your stage name for real. Coming to the main stage for your viewing pleasure, folks. Diamond.
Remember on Almost Adulting when we had our strip club backgrounds?
Yeah. Oh, I still have it.
I know. I'm like, where's my strip club background? That was a fun show. William Brooks wants what'd you call it? Wants Almost Adulting back so bad.
I know he does.
I can't, William. I can't.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my background says it's on a wheel of death. I don't know if you can see me in my strip club background or not.
I'm not looking at you. I'm finding my strip club background.
Oh, all right.
This is all I can get.
Oh, that's more of a Janet Michael Jackson, that might be like a Missy Elliott video or something.
I feel like Jamiroquai.
Now my background is just there we go.
Damn it. I had a good strip club in here. I don't know where it is.
Here we go.
I might have got shut down. Oh my God. I broke the wall. Now you guys know what's actually behind me.
I know, right?
I feel so
my God.
naked. Oh, that's Michigan.
Pole
I got
dancers never
nothing.
empty my wallet, bro.
Oh my
They
God.
pay
How
to
many
sit on my
pictures
lap.
do
Come on, get your pimp game straight, okay? They gonna buy me a drink when they sit down.
Jeez Louise.
I get that from the most interesting man on earth. Remember that? What the hell are you doing?
It's a fist. I don't know. I was thinking almost adulting. I just wanted to try it. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. It's Friday. I'm actually about to head over to what is it? Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. I'll be on there today at 3 p.m. Eastern. So you guys definitely check that out. ABCDE. Absidy. I know. I've heard about this. Yeah, Absidy. I know about this. This is ridiculous. Like Elon Musk. Like we say this about naming your kids so they don't become a stripper. Elon Musk is like naming his kids so they become aliens or something. Like so they can.
Is he just
I
naming
don't
them
know.
like vowels?
They're God, no, remember it's like that weird symbol. It's like a X.
Hey, shout out to Tim Earl too. It is Flat Earth Day, so happy Flat Earth Day.
Oh my God, I bet Sean Higgs is losing his mind.
You should see it. He's got a whole new graphic for the background of his Friday shows.
Till
It's
the
from
next
Friday Flat Earth.
Olympics? Why did they just draft her like a normal country? Just pay her money to come play on your team.
Oh,
That's
what if
you
that?
really
What
have
if that
to-
actually happened? That cannot happen, I'm sure. But
She's
what
like
if they
playing
made
under,
her? Listen,
under
here's how
slavery,
you
like servitude.
early release. You have to win us the gold medal.
Damn.
You have to get on the podium. You got to win a medal for Russia in the Olympics, and that's early release. We will, by all means. I mean, listen, the Red Wings stole Russian people to win a Stanley Cup. Why wouldn't Russia return the favor?
Y'all did smuggle some fools.
We have smuggled Russians out of the country to win a Stanley Cup, and we're damn proud of it.
We need to do that so American table tennis goes on the map. This kid,
What are you
right
looking
here.
up?
Elon Musk's kid's name. Look, that's
well, you
his
just
kid's
can't
name.
pop Elon on the screen. That scares the shit out of me.
Those are his kids. See that first one, AXAE, whatever. Shut up. The Nevada Alexander. Damien's all right. Xavier, we were getting there.
I wanted to name my
Griffin.
oldest son Nathan Damien, and my ex-wife wouldn't let me. She said it was too dark.
It is. I couldn't do Malachi. Like my mom liked Malachi. I'm like, yeah.
I like
did you
Malachi.
see Children of the Corn? Because I'm not gonna do that.
I do. I wanted to do definitely a Damien, something like that, but we settled on Nathan.
So you really want the
Flat
other
Earth
way.
take me to the edge, and I believe it. If we get
I'm
the
fuzzy.
same point twice before we fall off, you owe me $1 million for wasting my damn time.
That's
I'll
fair.
buy you a beer.
Yeah, maybe not $1 million. You might have overzealed a little there. So let's cruise through the Max Wagers Network daily lineup. I want to remind everybody, you're going to kick it off with Midday Money and Sean Higgs. Now, this show is 7 days a week, so Higgs will be on at noon Eastern tomorrow. Also, this show is not 7 days a week because mom and dad have weed to smoke. If you want to just know the truth,
I mean, yeah,
we've got stuff to do.
dropping gems on you.
Just Parlays with Chris King is coming up next at 2 p.m. Eastern. Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. You'll see me there today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Of course, our special guest today, Sean Miller, and his soccer show go off Monday through Friday at 4. And then Monday through Friday, we've got Game Time Decision with Lenny and the Earl Twins at 5 p.m. Eastern every day. Swears, but dang Globers. They get nothing right. Should bring back at the end of every morning. It was kind of a Cam thing. Like it was Cam's deal. I feel bad doing it without him. When and where is your NRL rugby guy? I haven't seen a rugby guy in here in a while. Megan Nicole Turner was texting me this morning about a guy who knows darts. I'm like, I only know Anthony Salvato. Like getting hit up for rugby picks and darts picks. I ain't mad at you, Woodies. I ain't mad. Take out Marlins or the Brewers. I think that Marlins Brewers game is going to be a fun one if you're into watching pitching. It's Lopez and Corbin Burns, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I know it is. I did a free tip on it. And
I think the first 5 will be a very good game, and after that, I'm out.
Yeah, I think under first 5 isn't a bad look, but it's so low that it scares me, and I know they're low for a reason. But where else can we talk about sugar balls, soccer balls, morning wood, and stripper names? Nowhere.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome, people. You're
thank us
welcome.
All right, guys, it is 11 a.m. So the soccer guy on here does rugby. I'm not sure. Check him out at 4 p.m. Eastern. He's got his own show. He'll be on today at 4 p.m. Eastern. He's really sharp. It would not surprise me one bit if he did rugby also.
Not even a little bit.
By Ninth Wonder. Yeah, and maybe we can even talk about that next time he's on the show. So do you rugby? Because we'd like some picks. Y'all don't forget, check out the description of the video. Find the link to Caesar Sportsbook. Get yourself hooked up with 1100 and First Bet Insurance. Use the promo code MORNINGCZR. Also, remember, if you are in the last Woody standing, you do not pick tomorrow, okay? Mr. Q and Paula Thatcher are still heads up in going deep. That's over on the Facebook page. No Woody picks tomorrow. We will see you guys on Monday. Everybody have a happy and safe weekend. Good luck to you, unless you're against Lenny.